So I was browsing Steam Next Fest today, looking for simulation games, and this particular game about beer caught my eye. So welcome to Ale Abbey. Let's jump in and check this one out, and if you're interested in it, please leave the developer a wish list, it'll really help them out. And let's jump right in. Oh, your maltiness, you finally arrived. Welcome to Ale Abbey, the Monastery of the Fermentine Order. I am Brother Maltus, your appointed counsellor. Together we are going to make brewing history. Don't worry, I will have your back in those first steps. It's easier than it sounds. Let's get started. To inspect the monastery, WASD, fairly simple. Use the mouse to zoom in and out. Lovely. Double click on a room to zoom into it. And change the game speed here. And the bishop. Well, we finally made it. Never thought they'd need a bishop all the way up here. Oh, hello. I don't usually prefer fanfare, but it's always nice to have a welcome committee. Now let's skip the small talk. I'm here to make sure the clergy is handled and our local interests are in check. The monastery looks decent, but we can do better. I'll oversee, manage, direct, and at times demand. Off you go now. I have some serious pondering to do. Okay, so we need to build a recipes desk and create a light ale recipe for 100 florins. So if we go in here, we can create a recipes desk. Maybe let's put a globe down too. And then in here we can create a new recipe. Go to create new recipe here and a light ale. Here we are. We can choose the ingredients and we have to balance them into these green areas to make the best quality.
A few minutes later.
There we are. Ratio of 4:2 puts all of these in the green. So I'm assuming that's the best. And here we are. We can choose who does it. We can either put Oblate Katerina in it. She will increase the quality by 3, but it will take her 84 hours. Or we can increase the quality by 2 with Oblate Valentin, but it only takes 72 hours. So let's maybe, since this is our first recipe, do the quickest one. And we need to name our ale. And it's a light ale, so we're going to call it Featherweight. And there we are. So we'll wait for this guy to finish researching.
3:28 a.m.
Just taking a quick nap on the floor. And there we are, he's finished researching. Here's the stats for it. And the bishop's task complete, so he gives us 100 florins. And Bishop returns again, he wants us to build a dormitory and a bunk bed. So if we go down here to build rooms, we can select dormitory for 350 gold. Place it next to the library. And then if we wait just a minute, they'll construct that room. And if we double click on it, we can zoom in and place a bunk bed. There we are. That's that complete. He gives us 100 florins. Let's maybe put a locker down as well, just to keep people happy. And the bishop is back once again. Build a basic brewing stove, a fermenter, and brew an ale. So we do that in the brewery. And in here we can place the basic brewing stove and the fermenter. And then in the basic brewing stove we go new brew. We can click on featherweight. And we have two choices here. We can either get Katerina or Valentin to do it. Katerina will increase the quality by 2 and only has an 8% infection probability. So she's definitely the best option there. Let's just make the maximum quantity we can. That's 160 gold. So we'll brew that. Here she comes. So she's finished brewing, so she's going to put it in the fermenter. She's going to give it a little dance, get a bit jiggy. So it's taken her a couple of days, but she's just about finished it now. And there we are. Bishop has given us our florins and fame. And now he's giving us a task to build a refectory, a cooking stove, and a dining table. So let's do that now. Go to build rooms again. A refectory. Let's build that next to the quarters there. And our builder will come and finish it up again. If we double click, we can place the dining table and the cooking stove in the middle. And the bishop's happy again. He now wants us to build a laboratorium, an escritoire, and assign a fermentine. So we go to build rooms. Let's place one over here. So you can have one researcher assigned per laboratorium, but to do so you need to provide them with an escritoire. So this is how we're going to earn research points, and we'll research some new abilities with them. So we don't have enough gold for this escritoire, so we're going to need to sell some of our beer. As you can see here, the quality is 11. It's acceptable, not great, but acceptable. So we'll go sell it to Hopfendorf, and you can see here we can choose our selling price, and that's going to change the appeal, the weekly sale rate. So maybe let's put it just above the fair price, and we'll try to sell that. And they'll come and load this into the cart, and off he goes. And we should probably start a new brew as well. Here we are, we can request a loan of 200 to pay for that, so let's do that. Start brewing. And a batch of Katerina's Featherweight has been delivered to Hopfendorf. And we sold 38 litres for 98 florins, so that's given us the 200 gold we need to build our research station. Let's maybe see if we have any more candidates. So here you can see we can hire some new people. We've got people of different ranks here. So we've got 2 rank 2s here and a rank 1. So I'll probably get the 2 rank 2s. They cost a little more to hire and a little more upkeep, but still not too bad. We're going to need to build them a bed when we've got money. Let's see who our best researcher is. They're all about the same. So let's maybe put Katerina in there. I'm going to take our 100 florins from the bishop. And we're going to place an extra bed. We've now enough research points to unlock something. So we're going to research the maintenance locker. We need to build one. That's going to make us be able to clean rooms, which impacts the satisfaction. So to keep our satisfaction high, we're going to need to clean our rooms regularly. That's going to cost us 110, so we need 101 gold more to do that.
Quick maths.
We've just sold 127 florins worth of ale, which is good. So let's build that maintenance locker, possibly in the library. And then down here, you can see we've unlocked the little broom button, and we can click on rooms, keep them nice and clean. And there we are, we've made some more beer. This is a rating of 12, which is still not bad. So we're going to send that over to the same place, slightly above asking price. And once they move that out, we can start a new brew again. So this person can do a plus 6% quality. It does take 9 days rather than 7. So let's maybe just go for the 7 days at plus 5 quality. Maximum again. We need to earn a bit more money before we can do that. Let's take the 200 florins off of the bishop, and then we should be able to do that. There we are. Bishop's going to come back again. We need to research cellar and barrel in the tech tree. So we go to the research, go to ale studies. There's cellar there. We need 25 research, so we're going to have to wait a little while for that. We've only got 10.
3 days later.
And there we are. We have enough research to research the cellar, so let's do that. And we need another 15 for the barrel. So while we're waiting for that, we're going to go and build a staircase. Let's build that down. And we need to build a cellar, but that's 450 gold, so that's a lot. And we've got a new featherweight, 15 quality, slightly better again. Let's send that off. Start brewing again. Choose Tuck this time. As he's in a better mood, he'll produce a better quality brew. We have enough research to research the barrel now. There we go. We've just sold 189 florins worth. So what we can do now is if we go to the financial ledger, we can repay our loan. And now we can take out a much bigger loan of 800. So if we request that, that'll allow us to build the cellar. And once the cellar's built, we can build a barrel, claim our money off the bishop, and now he wants us to ensure comfort is a minimum value of 31. So you can see here our comfort is only 11 at the moment. So we've got a little way before we can fix that. So what I am going to do is go to place furniture. Let's place a couple of wall candles down to increase the brightness in some of these rooms. So that's increased our comfort to 22. So let's try placing a couple of these flower vases. 29. So again, Tuck's featherweight, 26. Wow, that's of a much better quality. So let's send that off to sell. As soon as he's done, let's start a new one. Plus 7 quality here for Helga, because she's really happy. So we're going to build a vase in there, and we've managed to complete the bishop's task. That's 200 florins. Increased our satisfaction. We've now got this guy here. Who's this? The bandit boss. Greetings to you, my road friend. I come representing a group of low-profile individuals. Some called us brigands, bandits. Meh, in truth, we are purveyors of services for both borough and suburb. We witnessed your arrival, and as luck would have it, know what you've been brewing. With supplies are now moving back and forth in nearby towns, we can guarantee they do so in one piece for coin or pint. What say you? Deal. Okay, so we can either pay them in beer or we can pay them in money to give us protection. So maybe let's try 20 florins. Okay, so that's put us to 70, and there are now not going to be no active effects, so we shouldn't have any problem getting our ale shipped. So let's go and make this plus 10 quality beer. Pay and brew for that. And the bishop wants us to create a light ale recipe. And here you are. You can see down here, the market of Hoppendorf now has an interest in blonde ale style. We've discovered blonde ale, and we just sold 189 florins. So the bishop would like us to create a new recipe. He wants us to make a light ale. So we now have Groot, or Gruit, as an optional ingredient.
2,000 years later.
So here we are. I think this is the best I can do by including Gruit. Got 2 yellow bars and 2 green bars. Let's let Postulant Tuck research that. We need to give it a name. Let's call this lightweight. And there we are, he's just created it. Okay, take our free horrible fermentin, although he's not very good, so probably won't bother taking him this time. And there we are, Helga's featherweight, quality of 28. So what we're going to do is we're going to click this button down here and store it in the cellar. So here we are, they're going to move it down. While they're doing that, let's start a new brew. Let's brew some lightweight. And let's pick Gregoria with a +5 quality. Let's just brew a maximum. And there we are. So when we go to the bandits, we can select Helga's featherweight here. We can maybe give them 10 litres and that'll give us +21. And now they're 107. The bandits have temporarily given you 2 extra laymen. Okay, so I think that means we're going to work a bit quicker. There he is. There's the bandit. He's happy with his beer. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell this Helga's ale. Sell it at the fair price. So they're going to come and take that away now. So what we are going to do is we're going to create a new recipe for blonde ale. This requires all 3 ingredients. So let's see if we can balance this out.
1 eternity later.
So there we are. There's a ratio of 5, 1 and 2 that puts us in the green for all of them. And we're going to get Michaelis, the +3 quality to research that. And let's call it Blonde Bimbo. And the bishop has returned. He wants to brew a light ale with all yellow or green virtues. So you can see here we've got an order for 100 litres of blonde ale for the circus. Minimum quality of 12 and they'll pay us 323. So let's accept that. Actually, let's negotiate that. See if we can get a better payment. So the proposal is 323 originally. We can maybe get that up to 423. And unfortunately, they've turned us down this time. So we'll have to get the next one. We have got lots of research points. So let's see what we can research. Maybe increasing the shelf life. Maybe that's a good one to have. Let's increase our building time as well. See what that leads to. This cheaper maintenance would be good. So maybe when we get 50, we'll research that next. There we are. We've just brewed featherweight. Store that in the cellar. Complete the bishop's task. And then let's start brewing our blonde ale. Let's go for the 6 days. So we are going to need it quite quickly. Pay and brew that. So let's maybe try and sell this ale. Get some money coming in. Here we are, we have another ale order, 80 litres of blonde ale. So let's negotiate that, put the price to high, and they've accepted it. So we have 66 days to fulfill that. Let's maybe pay off the bandits a little bit. We should have this. There we go. We've made 42 quality. That's really good. So we're going to send most of it over here. And there's still 20 litres left. So let's try and sell the rest there. Once they take that away, we can start a new brew. Let's brew some more of that. We've just discovered old ale and we got paid the remaining 172 florins. So that means we can now create a new recipe for old ale. See if we can balance these again.
Many months later.
And there we are. There's a recipe that has all green bars. Let's go with Novice Tuck. He's the quickest and the highest quality increase. We'll call this one Greybeard. He's going to research that while we make our new ale. There we are. We've researched that. So they have specials here, as you can see, and different trait chances. Seems like they're obviously, as you would expect, there's going to be a lot of depth to the brewing in this. Making different batches with different qualities and different traits. So let's brew our Greybeard. See who can make it quality. Let's try Helga. The maximum. So we can research Quick Brew, which unlocks the ability to quickly repeat a brew already done before. And we can increase single step mashing, which reduces the boiling phase by a day. So that should hopefully make brewing a lot quicker. So as you can see, this game looks amazing. And you kind of get an idea of the gameplay loop. You're going to be researching new beers. You're going to be developing them with different traits. Using different people to hopefully generate different qualities. And if we go to the market map, you can see the number of towns that there's going to be. All I imagine with different styles that you can sell to at different times, different demands and reputations. So there's going to be a lot of depth to where you choose to sell your ale, how much you choose to store, how much you choose to consume yourself. So yeah, I think this has a really unique concept. If you want to stay up to date with simulation games, at the beginning of every month, I create a video of my top choices of upcoming demos and releases for the month. So if that's something you're interested in following along with, consider subscribing so you don't miss those videos. And if you want to check out what games have released this month, click the video on screen now. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.